What is up, YouTube? Big Papa Jake back again with another edition of It Figures, where you guessed it, I talk figures. Today I'm going to be reviewing and kind of taking a look at the packaging of the Ultimate Edition Mattel Colliseum figures of Ted Dibiase, $1 Million Man, and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, fresh off the FedEx truck. So I thought I'd just crack them open and talk about them. Full disclosure, I've already peeked in the box, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But here they are. There's $1 Million Man, looking sharp. He better for $1 million, right? You got Ultimate there. Ricky the Dragon. I'll talk a little bit about Ricky the Dragon and his outfit, uniform slash, kind of get up there. And here's the glamour shot of both of them together. I love these boxes. I display these boxes. I'm running out of space, but really love these that come with the Colliseum sets. This is my third one. I got the Heart Foundation and also Hogan and Terry Funk. Didn't know I needed these, but a couple figures that came in, I'm like, I had to have the Dibiase, but we'll talk about that. So let's crack it open. Now, I have been hearing that there are some issues with cards. I just read where someone got the Dibiase on the Ricky the Dragon Steamboat card. Don't know how legit that was, but I will say when I peeked open into these, here's the Dibiase. I got the black card chases. Now, no difference in the figures, just the cards they're on. These, of course, are patterned after the LJNs. And there you see Mr. Dibiase there. And we're going to get... He appears to be on a Dibiase card, so that's good. I'm not really sure if what I read was true, if it was someone just messing around, because you can take these out of the box pretty easily. As you can see, the cards lift right up. I haven't even touched these, and you can slide them right out. Slide them back in. And let's get the dragon out. Love these backgrounds that come separating them. Here's one for the dragon. Here's one for the $1 Million Man. You could have them do vignettes or backstage interviews with them. Hopefully, someday they'll get a Mean Gene figure patterned after the LJN. And you can have him sitting there doing interviews. Here is Ricky the Dragon, also on the black card. They don't mix them. Usually if you get black card with one, you get a black card of the other. Pretty basic figure, but there again, so is his LJN, and I'll grab that in a second and kind of compare. But yeah, these are awesome. Again, what made me buy this was, I love Ricky the Dragon, but the figure didn't really speak to me. I have what I consider to be better Ricky the Dragon figures. The $1 Million Man, I had to have it. It looks awesome, and I'm going to go over that in a second. But just a little more on the packaging. Really cool inside here, where they kind of mock up the audience of a wrestling show. And I'm told that a lot of these guys in here are actually Mattel employees. So I'm not sure, who's who, but I know other people who do unboxing videos have pointed that out to me, that, some of these are actual Mattel employees, but they've got the signs in the crowd. Enter the Dragon, $1 Million Man. Everybody has a price. And then on the packaging up here, it says everybody has a price for the $1 Million Man. And on the bottom it says, the dragon is ready to breathe fire. So let's start there. Let's start with the dragon. And if you wait just 1 second, I'm going to grab his LJN figure as well. So first, let's take a look here at what we got in the box. Again, I'm not going to open these because I like to keep them as fresh and minty as can be. But there's Mr. Dragon wearing just plain black tights, plain black headband, and yeah. This Ultimate Edition, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I'm not quite sure what comes in there with him, but certainly I'm sure it's probably a coat probably, you know, the tie for the coat and things like that. I've not watched unboxing for this one, so I'm not quite sure what's inside. And as I said, I'm not going to crack that open. And on the back, let's see what it says. It's got the LJN style cards like we used to have when we were kids. I used to cut them all out and save them. Had all the posters on my wall. I think everyone my age pretty much did. Oh, it says accessories included. Soft goods, gi and belt, headband, swappable heads, and swappable hands. So yeah, there's not a whole lot involved with it. Hands, I'm sure there's karate chop hands in that. Let's see what this says. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. From the big island of Hawaii comes Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Since joining WWE, this martial arts expert has dominated his opponents. In addition to his chiseled good looks and powerful physique, the Dragon is best known for flying from the top rope. Now again, there isn't anyone my age who doesn't remember his match with Macho Man and, you know, with George Animal Steel at WrestleMania 3. Loved the match. Some people claim that it's, you know, it was so choreographed and whatnot. Loved it. It, to me, doesn't matter. Loved George Animal. Loved Elizabeth in it. Loved everybody. Let's take a look at the back here. You got $1 Million Man, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the Hart Foundation, which I have, George Animal Steel, and Piper. I had just gotten a George Animal Steel, the Hall of Fame figure that comes with mine. Been getting a lot of Piper figures, so I didn't need that one. I did get the Terry Funk and Hulk Hogan, which is an awesome set. And then Jake the Snake and Rick Rude. I've just gotten several figures of those guys in the Legends line and the Elite line. Didn't figure I needed those guys, and quite frankly, the figures just didn't speak to me. So, but yeah, there's the Dragon. Let's compare him to his LJN figure. And I will say, a head scan on this, awesome. Looks like Ricky the Dragon. Always had a problem with the head scan of the LJN. I didn't think he really looked like Ricky the Dragon. I mean, he's dressed like him and whatnot. But the one problem I always had with the Ricky the Dragon LJN was the color. And I still have problems with the color here. I don't think of Ricky the Dragon, and I can't remember seeing a match where he was dressed all in black. Now, I know some of the later ones had the red tights with the black trunks. I believe that's how it went. So I think the Black Card edition had that. And that's a little more like it. I think of him in all white with the white and black headband or red. So I don't really think of him in the black. I'm not sure, you know, just kind of a thing. LJN was just trying to pump out figures, I'm sure, and didn't really study the game too much. But yeah, so this is the LJN. Loved it for playability. A lot of people have complained about that, but I loved this one for playability. Of course, with my Macho Man, had tons of matches. So there is Ricky the Dragon, Colliseum collection. Love, love, love it. Like I said, probably if it weren't for $1 Million Man in this set, I probably wouldn't have got it. But I'm dying to crack it open, actually. I guess maybe I should stop buying ones that I'm not going to crack open because it's killing me. And this one's going to be even worse because I would love to display this one. I don't have the $1 Million Man's LJN figured. Never had it. It wasn't one I could find in the stores, but look at this thing of beauty here. Got the bow tie, got the tux with the pink accents there. Got the fistful of dollars, so to speak, which we've seen with a few figures. I think Cameron Grimes, and I think a $1 Million Man figure came with some money. And you can see there, it's really hard to see. There's the $1 Million belt. I can't really tell, but the $1 Million belt doesn't look that shiny. I hardly knew it was in there. But anyway, again, I don't want to crack it open too bad. Let's see. There's the $1 Million belt from the back. So let's just read the blurb here about him. So, accessories with $1 Million Man. Let's see what it says. $1 Million Championship. Soft goods suit. Obviously, that's on. Fanned out money. Swappable heads and swappable hands. So, in the box, there's hands and heads. It says $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Everybody has a price. So says the $1 Million Man. At arenas, he has offered large amounts of money to fans who would kiss his feet, wipe his sweat, and perform other humiliating stunts. DiBiase's love of money should not detract from his wealth of talent in the ring. I will say, one of the best gimmicks I can recall as a kid and even now as an adult. Look at that. The head scan, you know, it is what it is. Not the best, but definitely Ted DiBiase for him. And it's got the lighter hair when he first came in. So yeah, there's the back in the cross cell again with all the figures. But yeah, $1 Million Man gimmick was awesome. I've heard a lot of talk about that gimmick. I've heard a lot of talk about Vince McMahon basically imagining himself as this gimmick. And it really worked out. It definitely was a memorable gimmick with Virgil by his side. I don't think there's anyone who doesn't remember when he tried making that kid dribble a basketball for $100, a certain amount of times, and he kicked it away from him. Just those vignettes when he came around. In fact, I remember him more for that than his wrestling matches, though DiBiase was really a skilled wrestler. And again, I guess it's because I have just such a soft spot for Macho Man, but I loved his match at WrestleMania 4 against Macho Man. Some really big angles, really big matches. I remember him as Andre's quote-unquote manager or owner. Owned his contract and buying the title from Andre when he won it. Paying those referees for plastic surgery. I remember him more for that kind of stuff than for his in-ring matches, though he was involved in the SummerSlam match where him and Andre fought Macho Man and Hogan, where Miss Elizabeth took the skirt off to distract him. All these awesome gimmicks with the $1 Million Man. So absolutely one of my favorite wrestlers. Try not to pass up a figure of his, but they are very hard to find. There's a Legends that I wasn't able to find. There's several other ones. I wanted the white suit Legend. I got the green suit one, but wasn't able to find the white suits Legend. There was a black suited figure that had came out. I can't remember if that was a Legends or not. And then there's a Basics out somewhere. Basics, I forget what they call the basic line now, but yeah, so I don't pass up DiBiase figures at all. But this definitely is awesome. I would love to open this up and display it. That suit just looks awesome. Just a very realistic figure. Don't know what kind of wrestling gear he has under there, what kind of trunks and whatnot, but it would be neat to have a DiBiase in wrestling gear displayed. I don't have any of those, so again, I kind of think of him like this. I don't think of him as a in-ring performer as much as I do out of the ring and that laugh. So, but anyway, that's the Colliseum collection. Mattel Creations, DiBiase, and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Hopefully you enjoyed getting a look at them. I know my equipment's a little, rudimentary and you get glares and everything like that, but I just love getting on here and talking about wrestling figures. Not a whole lot going on as far as ordering and what's coming in. I'm still constantly on the hunt. Some of the things I'm looking for out there, I'm still looking for that IRS, Erwin R. Shyster, which would go great sitting next to that. The Legends Greatest Hits figure has not hit, none of those figures have hit my target yet, but I'm out there looking. What else am I looking for at Walmart? I'm looking for the Monday Night Wars figures. I've found sporadically some here or there, but I'm still looking to see if I can get, Kevin Nash. I'm sure I'll never find that one. What's the other ones I'm looking for? Looking for RVD and The Rock. Found The Rock, couldn't find RVD. I'm really looking to build the Disciple figure. And then if I ever did find the Ultimate Warrior, I would pick that up from Series 5 And I'd probably pick the other two up if I ever found them, just to make the Dusty Rhodes NWO figure, because that figure's awesome. But anyhow, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching to It Figures, where I talk figures. Hopefully y'all have good hunting, and we'll talk to you next time. Deuces, ooses.